Hi, I'm Linz. Welcome to Becoming Everwell, a channel where we talk about the ongoing journey of becoming. I'm a former high school English teacher who believes that an education extends far beyond academics, and I write stories that highlight life learning moments of clarity that come about in daily life. Today is the final episode of a 3-part series on designing a meaningful babysitting dynamic for all. I make sense of life by writing about real everyday stuff that makes us who we are. Some of these snapshots are fun, some are more serious. Maybe they'll open up something in you too. Let's grow. If you haven't yet seen part 1 or 2 of this 3-part series on the Young Babysitter's Handbook, I encourage you to do so for context. This episode builds upon those. Now, because the dynamics and norms of families that are interconnected by a young babysitter have changed over the past 30 years, I've put together this video handbook based on my experience as a parent of a young babysitter, a former hiring parent of young babysitters, and as a former babysitter myself when I was young. My authority on this subject derives from my lived experience, so take from it what's helpful for you, and please chime into the comments with your wisdom as well. So here are my 7 tips for parents hiring young babysitters. Tip number 1, establish open lines of communication with your babysitter and their parent. For non-driving young sitters, it's helpful all around to establish a 3-way text chain with your sitter and their primary parent to communicate all logistics. Get that other parent on your page so they can be a support to your calendar. But most notably, your sitter is someone else's kid, and that parent wants their child to be successful as a babysitter and safe in your home. Their parent has likely been where you are, and creating a healthy line of communication creates another layer of support for you and your family. For instance, if there's an emergency and you're not reachable, your sitter will likely involve their parents, so it's helpful to have an existing connection. Also, when you have a healthy rapport with the babysitter's parent, you get a sense of their family values and they get a sense of yours, which helps build trust and longevity in the relationship. And who knows, you may inadvertently gain a bonus mentor mom along the way. Tip number 2, if the babysitter's parents offer to drive, welcome it. As already mentioned in part 1, your babysitter's job is an extension of their extracurricular activities, and driving them to and from their activities comes with this stage of parenthood that their parents are in, and someday you'll be in. The babysitter's transportation is not your responsibility. If, however, circumstances end up that you drive the babysitter for whatever reason, proactively clarify to the sitter and their parent that you will be sober when doing so. And it goes without saying, be sure that you are, in fact, 100% sober when driving. Tip number 3, prepare safety supplies and plans in advance. Show your sitter and your kids, if they are old enough to understand, where your family keeps all potential supplies for an emergency, like a fire blanket or extinguisher, an anti-choking device, a first aid kit, a 911 call list, including your home address, parents' names, kids' names, and birthdays, and desired hospital, and a list of emergency contacts if parents can't be reached. Based on your location and circumstances, you may want to convey plans for particular emergency situations like pool safety or protocol, intruder protocol, storm protocol. I, for instance, live on a busy road with a lot of passers-by, so I would be very clear that cars in the driveway should be locked and the house doors should be locked while in it. I also taught our sitters how to use our home alarm system to ensure their safety. If you have firearms in your home, be sure they are securely locked up and stored. I highly recommend disclosing if firearms exist in the home and that they are securely locked. Likewise, I highly recommend disclosing if there are no firearms in the house. There is no judgment here, just transparency and safety. Tip number 4, inform your sitter if where cameras are recording. Many homes have recording devices, and if that's your normal, simply inform the sitter so that they are aware. Also, please don't spy on your sitter with your cameras without them knowing. Instead, hire babysitters you trust. Tip number 5, convey your expectations of technology household limits, routines, and bedtime. We all have ways of doing things at home, and your sitter can only imagine your normal if you explain it to them. The first time they babysit for you, be sure to build in extra time to talk them through the way things work in your home and ask them if they have questions. It may be worth your while to type up the home consistencies for the babysitter's referral. Also, set them up for success by being clear about your expectations. We want to avoid coming home and feeling disappointed about something that wasn't conveyed to the babysitter in the first place. Whether it's cleaning up dishes, tidying up post-bath, storing away outdoor toys, or something else, tell them what's helpful. Assume that your babysitter appreciates clear direction and wants to be rehired. Tip number 6. Value your role in your sitter's personal development. In addition to your babysitter potentially becoming a superstar teenager to your kids, you have the opportunity to be a positive adult influence in your young babysitter's life. And that's a valuable position and opportunity. Research has proven that all kids benefit in substantive ways from having multiple trusting adult role models in their lives for their mental health and wellness. Someday, your kids may be in the babysitter role, and surely you'd want the hiring family to care about their becoming too. So consider this part like paying it forward. Building a meaningful connection naturally takes time, but it's good to be aware that your young sitter is noticing you and the way you interact with your kids and your partner. Yours may be the first family and home that they've observed up close other than their own, and you're impressing upon them how a family can work. The environment of your family is gold for their becoming selves. Likewise, your babysitter can give you a preview of what to expect as your kids get older, since they are full of real-time wisdom about middle school and or high school. Ask them questions and learn from them. Finally, tip number 7, enjoy your time out and give yourself an ETA return window, not a specific time. More than anything, you deserve at the very least a few hours off from the routine of home life and parenting. We all want you to enjoy your night out. And as we all know, one can't always predict the timing of night's end, so no need to hold yourself to a strict, self-imposed curfew that stresses you out while you're out. Instead, on the text chain with your babysitter and their parents, say, "We plan to be home between X and Y, and I will text you when we're 10 minutes from home." Even if your time shifts, just communicate it and your babysitter and their parent will adjust. So there you have it, my gathered tips for those involved in the young babysitter's dynamic. I hope this has been helpful for you or a loved one in some way. And if you missed parts 1 or 2, be sure to check them out. And I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, opinions, wisdom to this conversation. Leave a comment. It's a conversation for all of us to have. Let's keep growing. I'm Lindsay Hurdy. Learn more about me and my offerings on my Substack, lindsayhurdy.substack.com. You may not know that in addition to publishing my own writing, I help people write all kinds of important letters and documents, from college essays to end-of-life love letters. Learn more at foreverletterwriting.com. I'd love to support you. Whether you're here for help with writing or a desire for inner fulfillment coaching, which is something that I do offer one-on-one, or for the quiet life learning that may accompany my stories, I'm grateful that you found your spot on the web right here, and I hope you will keep coming back and help me spread the word. Until next time. Be sure to like and subscribe and click that bell to get alerts for new posts. I'd be ever grateful.